Hello, this is Dr. Humaira Badsha, consultant rheumatologist, board member, and founder of the Middle East Arthritis Foundation. It gives me great pleasure to invite you to World Arthritis Week from the 10th to 15th of October. It's a completely online event. Come and learn from expert rheumatologists, physiotherapists, yoga specialists, and nutritionists about your arthritis.
Hi, I'm Sanria. On behalf of the Middle East Arthritis Foundation, I would like to invite you to register to the World Arthritis Week, which happens from the 10th of October. A lot of doctor-patient discussions, professional speaking on mental and emotional well-being, yoga and Pilates and dance happening. So please go all out, register yourselves, friends and caregivers, and enjoy yourselves.
مرحبا أنا عبير. أنا كثير متحمسة وأنا عم بستنى الإصدار الجديد من أسبوع مرض التهاب المفاصل العالمي اللي حيكون أونلاين وحيبدأ ب 10 أكتوبر. جلسات ممتعة ومعلومات قيمة ومفيدة بانتظاركم. لهيك لا تنسوا تسجلوا حالكم وتسجلوا عائلاتكم وأصحابكم. بنشوفكم بجلسات الأونلاين. ديروا بالكم على حالكم.
Hi, I'm Dr. Humaira Badsha. I'm a consultant rheumatologist with 30 years of experience in rheumatology across 3 countries, the United States, UAE, and Singapore. The most common question patients ask us is about diet and how they can exercise and take charge of their arthritis. Hence, I've taken all these years of experience and evidence-based medicine, as well as consulted experts in the field. And we have this book for you, The Wellness Guide to Arthritis. Proceeds from this book go to the Middle East Arthritis Foundation. So I do hope you will read and find this book useful.
Hi, good afternoon to all of you. On behalf of the Middle East Arthritis Foundation, we've come to the finale. Today, we're having a lot of interesting sessions like Pilates, yoga, dance movements happening. So let me introduce you to the first instructor, none other than Ms. Vanita Singh, a known supporter of the MIAF on a regular basis. A little about Vani. Vanita Singh, founder of Movement Mantra, is an adaptive dance and movement facilitator. Tapping into the therapeutic power of mindful movement, Vanita assists people affected with mobility disorders, including those with arthritis. Blending elements of dance and breath work, she makes the exercise regime easy and adaptable for all. So let me welcome Bonnie. Bonnie, the floor is all yours.
Thank you, Sanria. Good moments, everybody. Assalamu alaikum. It's my pleasure and privilege to be here for the Sanria, am I right? The 7th year that I have been associated with the Middle East Arthritis Foundation and the World Arthritis Day celebration. And this year being the second one, virtual, it is different not being in the same physical space and energy, but it's the next best thing. And thanks to Dr. Basha and the team at MIAF, sponsors and supporters, to make this event happen. We are all still connected, benefiting from the talks and interactions on this annual day. So as you know, there are many faces, I'm sure, who have seen me for the last 7 years in a row. There's some which are new. Welcome to all. I stand before you sharing this platform as, I would call myself an advocate for movement, not just movement for the sake of moving, but mindful movement. Mind and body connection through movement, which is nothing but therapy. There have been advancements in medicine over the years, over the decades, and thanks to all the beautiful doctors, the souls who are helping us out with the medication. But all I would say is there's enough proof, enough empirical data to say that movement is nothing but the other side of the coin to medication for people with arthritis. I'm very convinced, and I've shared this story. I'll briefly touch upon it, that I myself was diagnosed with RA when I was 17 in my final year of schooling. Challenges galore to wear a neck, support. My waist had to be supported. I was wearing kneecaps, ankle pads. Couldn't lift a 1 liter bottle to drink water from. And those days there was no prednisolones, no methotrexate. You just pop in Computans and Brufens, almost had a little pharmacy down there. But what kept me going and has brought me back to where I am today, after 40 years of having gone through it, is my dance and yoga. So I feel responsible and very convinced about sharing my experiences and promoting movement as a very effective intervention tool to all of us there dealing with this condition. So without taking much more time, and a humble plea to all listening in, watching the event, all those who have the resources, have access to the world-class infrastructure in the Middle East, in Dubai especially, to encourage movement, and that too in groups. I thank Dr. Bacha and Mia for encouraging us to get together, because movement, yes, one can go to the gym and walk and cycle and play games, but coming together in a group and moving, I think is nothing but therapy again. Sanria, I'll take a moment here. This is something I received just a few minutes ago from a dear MIAF member, Rashmi. Rashmi, I'm taking the liberty in case you're listening in. She says, from 2015, this group has been my anchor and support. I learned from each of you, and each of you inspired me to go on and keep fighting. She has rheumatoid arthritis. She has fibromyalgia, I'm sorry. From Barbara, I learned to persevere and keep learning. From Meena, I learned the art of accepting people and circumstances as they are and not as you want them to be. From Sanria, I learned how to stay focused on others and still practice self-love. From Vani, I learned the art of giving and spreading sheer love. From Sri, I learned the art of sparkling despite all odds. From Nita, I learned the art of patience and putting others before self. To my gang, to my soul sisters, a big thank you, and to Dr. Pasha for getting this group together. So we move, we dance, we breathe, we go out for meals, but coming together with a background that we all are experiencing, I think sharing becomes caring. So all I'll say is here again, let's do some movements and a few tips. People say, why move for arthritis? How is movement important for arthritis? Again, as I said, enough data. There's a lot of academic research and background that movement of the joints, head to toe, toe to head, each and every joint needs to be said hello to every day. Yes, When they're achy and flared up, they need to rest. But those achy joints cannot be stacked there for long because it's only going to worsen the situation. So mobility is very important. So mobilizing all the joints is our primary aim. And number two, moving those joints can be fun when you put some music on. And if I put some music on, we can't help but just get into a groove and move. So when we are moving, if we have some music and rhythm, it really enhances that activity as an exercise, doesn't feel like a chore. And dance, I have been dancing since the age of 3.5 or 4 years. And I was told to stop dancing because my joints were so bad and affected. And doctor said, stop moving, stop dancing, just rest. Till one doctor who said this was music to my ears and he said, do not stop dancing, but you should know when to stop, how much to do and when to do. So as I said, if the joints are achy and flared up, please rest your bodies. Other movements, keep moving. So we're going to do a small little warm-up. I'm going to get to the different chair before I go a little further away. I want us to understand that we don't have to have that 40-minute regime that I must move. Of course, that should be done as a regime, but get functional in the movement. If I'm just sat watching TV, I could just be tapping my heel, and that's doing a lot of benefit to the body. So we don't have to wait to go to the gym or go for my walks, but tap my heel and tap my toes and tap heel and tap. That down, get into some clapping, get into some tapping. Make it functional, make it part of our lifestyle to keep moving. We're talking to somebody at home. Yeah, okay, so then what happened? Yeah, really? No way, no way. Just get functional about movements instead of just keeping those joints still and static. Yeah. I'm going to cover up some basic steps here. Okay, so inviting all of us watching this to be sat comfortably on a chair. Come to the front edge of the chair. Yeah, you can see me and my feet. Spine straight and shoulders relaxed. Just shake them off. Just shake them off. There's a lot of stillness and tightness. Shake it off. And a deep breath in and let go. So, simple basic step of tapping my heels. Let's go. 1, slow, 2, and 3, and faster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This can be done for any amount number of times, yeah? And then extending out and back, left, come back, look up and down, 4, up and down goes back. 3 and 4. And pushing to one side, to other side. Breathe in as we go to one side. And breathe out as we go to the other side. I'll be showing the rainbow here. Bring in a lot of imagery when we are moving. Looking at the hands as we move. The eyes follow the hands. Out and down. Open and down. 3 and 4. Come down, down. So these are simple steps that we're going to do to some music. Just follow along. Yeah. And I'm going to put on some music, which I'm sure you all going to like. And you're going to move to the music with these steps. Let's go. That's comfortably, loosen up. Let's go. Tap your heels. 1. Up. 3. Everybody join in. 4. Down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Out, extend. 5, 6, Put your hands. Push. Repeat. On. Rainbow. Again. Out. Keep rising. And for the shoulder. In. Continue. Hold your shoulders. Bending at your waist. Up. Hold the wrist. Repeat. Hold the wrist again. Light weight. Coming back. Little turning. Up. Down. Repeat. Across. 2. We stand here. Right. Up. Okay, and we stop the music here. So this was just a little demo of how we can just do simple, basic movements for the wrist. Instead of doing up and down, of course we do that, but try and bring a little grace, bring the imagery of a wave to that movement. It's like waves, the wrist going up and down. And bringing that imagery of a water wave rising up and down actually takes the attention away from the pain to that of moving with grace and rhythm. Yeah. Having done this little mobility movements for practically all the joints. Now, when I'm looking up to my hand, I'm moving my leg, I'm doing a little spinal twist here, I'm doing my wrist, I'm doing my arms and shoulders. Having done that, we're going to do a small piece, which is the seated sun salutation. We do it almost every year, Sanria, isn't it? I think it's our favorite. It's a nice series of stretches. I'm going to take us through. Okay, so what we did on the chair can be done standing as well. If you're standing and tapping your heels and moving, welcome to do that. I demonstrated it sat on the chair for those of us not on a good day. No excuses. I can't stand, my knees are hurting. We still sat on the chair, will move to some music. Yeah. So a quick one to show the steps of seated sun salutation, after which we will play an edited video with all the members doing the same thing. So for now, I'll take you through the steps once. Okay. Again, inviting all of us to be sat comfortably on the chair. Spine straight, feet firmly on the ground like the roots of a tree, and the trunk rising up towards the ceiling like that of a tree. Hands by the side. Inviting all of us, Dr. Basha, I'm sure you are doing the steps. Hands by the side. Let's take a breath in, move our hands up. And as I breathe out, I bring my palms down in Namaste. Another breath in both my hands, and I look up to the ceiling, to the sky, and I bend at my waist, breathing out all the way down. I stay bent and I take my right hand as I breathe in, and gently, like coming down a slide, I breathe out and come down. Left hand goes up, and as I breathe out, I come down. I stay bent, hands on my knees. I breathe into cobra pose, looking up. And as I breathe out, straighten my spine and up. Extending my right leg and the hand out and back, left, out. All the way together, breathe in and up. Breathing out, palms facing the floor, down, down. This was just a half of the sun salutation, and we repeat it where the left starts first. Let's do that together. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Breathing out, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in, go up and stretch. Breathing out, all the way, bending at your waist, head down, hang it there. Now the left hand goes up, 2, all the way. Look at your hand and twist your spine. And breathing out, come down. Right hand goes up. And breathing out, slowly come down. Down to the knees, breathe in and look up. And breathing out, all the way and straighten the spine. That's right. The left hand and the foot go out. Come back, right, stretch, fully stretch, and out. Breathe in, all of us together, up and stretch. A nice breath out, palms facing the floor all the way down. Now, some of us may have a difficult time, right? Please do your 100%. If I am going here and I can't go beyond, that's my 100%. There is no competition. If I can go a little beyond, great. If I can only do that, it's okay. The only competition, as we say, is with the one you see in the mirror every day. So if today I've done that, I'm going to make efforts to go slightly out of my comfort zone and improve my range of motion. Yeah. So that was the sun salutation. And I'm going to play the video and invite all of us to do with the music the same steps as were demonstrated. The video. Thank you.
मिले सुर मेरा तुम्हारा तो सुर बने हमारा सुर की नदियाँ हर दिशा से बह के सागर में मिले बादलों का रूप लेकर बरसे हल्के हल्के मिले सुर मेरा तुम्हारा तो सुर बनी हमारा मिले सुर मेरा तुम्हारा मिले सुर मेरा तुम्हारा तो सुर बने हमारा सुर की नदियाँ हर दिशा से बह के सागर में मिले बादलों का रूप लेकर बरसे हल्के हल्के मिले सुर मेरा तुम्हारा तो सुर बने हमारा, मिले सुर मेरा तुम्हारा। मिले सुर मेरा तुम्हारा तो सुर बने हमारा। सुर की नदियाँ हर दिशा से बह के सागर में मिले, बादलों का रूप लेकर बरसे हल्के हल्के, मिले सुर मेरा तुम्हारा तो सुर बने हमारा, मिले सुर मेरा तुम्हारा। मिले सुर मेरा तुम्हारा तो सुर बने हमारा। सुर की नदियाँ हर दिशा से बह के सागर में मिले, बादलों का रूप लेकर बरसे हल्के हल्के, मिले सुर मेरा तुम्हारा तो सुर बने हमारा, मिले सुर मेरा तुम्हारा। मिले सुर मेरा तुम्हारा तो सुर बने हमारा।
I hope all of you watching could join in and do the steps and enjoy the music. I think it's time to say bye with a message: keep moving. Movement is our mantra. Mindful, deliberate movements. Thank you. Thank you, Mia. Thank you, Dr. Badsha and the team for giving me a chance to be a part of this forum for the 7th running year this year. Thank you. Love and blessings to all.
Hi, I'm Dr. Humaira Badsha. I'm a consultant rheumatologist with 30 years of experience in rheumatology across 3 countries: the United States, UAE, and Singapore. The most common question patients ask us is about diet and how they can exercise and take charge of their arthritis. Hence, I've taken all these years of experience and evidence based medicine, as well as consulted experts in the field. And we have this book for you, The Wellness Guide to Arthritis. Proceeds from this book go to the Middle East Arthritis Foundation. So I do hope you will read and find this book useful.
Okay, let me introduce you the yoga specialist, Mr. Akhil Mohan. He's a passionate yoga professional, 13 years in the field of health and wellness. And now Akhil works with the Dubai police officer as a trainer and consultant. He has been helping Mia for the last 2 years. So the floor is all yours, Akhil.
Namaste, good afternoon, Assalamu alaikum to all one who are attending the here. Hope you all having a good sessions. Already we had some nice sessions, nice talkings and advices from the experts. And now the topic itself says yoga and you. That is the connection the yoga is going to give you for the next minutes. I want you to explore with 2-3 things before we practice. The first is a bottle of water. It's always carried with you. Even you practice, once you don't practice also, the same bottle carry with you. Keep hydrated. The second is some support as yoga blocks and the stretch. You can keep it with you. Whenever you practice, it will be a very good help for you. Now, the practice session, it goes with standing movements, sitting movements, and lying face up movements. How we connect these all movements within us, that is more important. Like, we can move our body to any directions, any angle. But how we come to know that is the real movement for us. Here, yoga is really makes wonderfully. Only one thing, we should remind ourselves and we should make sure that it must be in a regular way. So, less theory and more on practice. Let's slowly start our practice in yoga and you by standing postures. You may slowly come up from the mat. As comfort as you are, you place your legs firmly on the mat. You should have a proper attire before we start. And keep your hands sideways. Just make sure that you are getting ready to move your body. Then slowly you drop your head back to open your throat to make sure your body, your mind, and your breath relax. Take a second to understand the stillness of your body. Just to feel that calmness of your body and mind. And now inhale again, drop your head back completely. And as you exhale, you drop your chin to the chest. And then you inhale, you lift your chin and look straight. Bring the hands to the hip. You push your hip to your right side. Keep pushing the hip exactly to the right side. Just starting and feel the left leg. Push your hip. And the first moment, you look down to the mat. Completely look down to the mat. And breathe in, you look up to the sky. Here you still keeping your hip as it is. We repeat the same. Exhale, look at the mat. And inhale, look at the floor. Look up. And you come back. Now in the same, we repeat to the opposite side. Make sure you have proper inhalation. Now exhale, you move your hip to the left side. Look at the mat. Pushing your hip. You inhale, you look up to the roof. Exhale, You look at the mat again, keep pushing your hip. And inhale, you look up to the roof. And exhale, you come back to the center. So this movement keeps you the lower back and the hip active to move the next posture, next asana. Now, move your hip. A gentle movement with the awareness of your breath. No fast movement, very slowly, take your time to move. And now to the opposite direction, as comfort as you are, don't push over and don't push too back. Just slowly, with your own level, we move. Beautifully done. One of the most important parts, we should keep always active, the hip and lower back. Legs a little bit wide so that we can active our upper part more. Hands in shoulder line. Look at the hands are stretched to the side. You look straight with the chin up. Breathe in through the nostrils. While you exhale, the upper part you twist to the left side. And you look at the left side with a smile. Keep the smile to feel the breath. Be focused. And inhale, you come back to the center. Again, keep the hands as it is. Now you exhale, let's move to the right side. Look straight to the right side. And smile on. Inhale, you come back. And slowly release the hand. Legs back to the shoulder distance. Hand side, you take your head back. You take 3 breaths in between the postures to relax. Breathe in out. Breathe in out. And breathe in out. Very good. So these movements will keep ourselves active before we commence. Now move it to the shoulders. Keep your hands close to the ears and push the shoulders back to open your chest and the back muscles. Okay, pushing your shoulders back. Inhale, you push it forward. With the hands in front. Again, you breathe in. Bring the fist close to the ear and push the shoulders back. Inhale, you bring it forward. We'll do it again. Inhale, you put it back and push it back. Feel your shoulders. And exhale, release it in front. And then come back. Look straight. Keep the hands still in the hip. While you exhale, a gentle forward bend. And while you look straight, don't overstretch. Keep in the halfway. After 10 days or 15 days of practice, you can go further. But now we stay here. Look straight. Normal breathe. In 5. And smile. 4, 3, 2. And smile. And inhale, come up. Beautifully done. Let's do it once more. Hold it. Exhale. You bend gently forward in the line of your hip. Look straight with the chin. Gentle breathe in and out. Smile to feel good. Prepare yourself. 3, 2, and then inhale. Move back to the center. Perfectly done. Now just always move your fingers, your toes to get balance between the movements. Second, the balance, which is better to balancing posture. So we do a variation of 3 poses, the Vrikshasana. So first, we keep the hands in shoulder line or on the hip. Second, we lift the left leg up, find the balance. Look straight. Option is, if you are not getting the balance, stay close to the wall and try with this. And try to lift the knee up to engage the thigh muscles and quadriceps muscles and look straight. Or if you want to support, you can go with support. Just find 5 counts, 4 counts, 3 now, 2 more, and slowly you drop. And we repeat to the other side, the same method. You lift it up as high as possible. Then you balance yourself. If you cannot, you can use the wall. Find it now. And smile and look straight. Be active with your breath. Perfectly all right. And we come back. Repeat this balancing for 3 to 5 times to gain the perfectness of your in your balance. Then after, we can move forward. Here, now we're gonna sit on the mat. I just sit it on your mat completely. You sit in a very quiet place that you don't have any hazards around. Look straight now. Then we'll breathe to keep your spine active, neck muscle active, and head straight. Inhale the right hand up. Look at this one, keep it close to the ear and pull the hand up, right hand up. Exhale, you bring it back. Connect yourself along with the breath. Now inhale the left hand up. Stretch the arm. Look straight and breathe. And then exhale, drop. Now here, I want you to use the floor. Same position. You can keep them in the side. If you are not getting comfortable by sitting, support it. You support your elbow and inhale the other hand up so that you have a stability for back and thighs. So you can use the block and drop it in the same way with the other side. You lift up by holding the block, getting your support, and exhale. Now, some movement for the spine and the thighs to keep active. Hope you have a breathe in between. Try to engage yourself with the breathe. Let's start with the left bend. Use this block under this so that you have a support, that you are over not stretching or stretching anything. So this is support. Then the hands up, stretch forward and lean forward this much. Keep the spine engaged. The neck straight. Make sure you have a support, that you are not overstretched. 5, 4, 3, 2, and come back. Release the hand. And the block will move to the opposite side. Look at the spine and this leg, stretch this leg. Hands up, interlock and front. Breathe in. As you exhale, stretch forward. And this practices like 1 week continuously. Then after we can go for the next level of practice. Inhale, come back. Release the block and the hands behind. Then drop your head back. For a couple of breathe and a quick relaxation. And back to the center. Look straight. Again, we repeat with the left side. Left foot bend near to the right knee. The left foot to the right knee. Look at the Vakrasana. It's simple. And in this, you can use the block as well. Keep this block behind the spine. Take the left hand around. And we have the block that we have an extra support. Then the right hand to pull the knee towards the right side wherever you are able to do it.
Hi, I'm Dr. Bhavna Khan, rheumatologist in Dubai. It gives me a great pleasure to introduce this amazing book, The Wellness Guide to Arthritis, written by Dr. Humaira Badshah. It is simple yet comprehensive. It is scientific and evidence-based. Apart from giving you information on various forms of arthritis, the treatment options, it has very simple illustrations on day-to-day exercises for patients with rheumatic diseases such as rheumatoid arthritis, ankylosing spondylitis, etc. My favorite is on the diet and arthritis. This is one of the common questions asked by all my patients, how they can modify their diet to benefit their arthritis. And this book has it all.
Okay, we are back. Sorry what happened with the earlier session. We had some connectivity problems. Now I'll introduce you to Ms. Mudrika Avasti. Mudrika is a physical therapist by qualification, a Pilates instructor by profession, and a dance movement therapy practitioner by passion. Her skills are custom designing exercise program for individual and groups on full body workouts for all age groups. She specializes in training and with adults and children with special needs, as well as those with neurological disorders, arthritic pains, hypertension, diabetes, etc. With over 12 years of experience in the field of physical fitness, she has now been combining dance movement therapy with other essential elements of fitness and mindful practices, which helps in holistic well-being of an individual. So Mudrika, the floor is all yours.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Meera, and thank you, Sanria, for inviting me today. And this is a great opportunity for me to just share whatever I have learned, whatever I know with everybody who's present here today. To just add on a little bit to the introduction, what I'd like to mention here is over the past couple of years, I have been focusing a lot on Pilates. Because I definitely feel the kind of workout that Pilates offers while we are trying to focus on our spine and on the neutral position of the spine is what really helps us perform better in all our movements. Over the past entire week, you all have witnessed a lot of different sessions where you've learned a lot about arthritis, the pains, whatever goes along with it. Just to talk a little about it, any form of an arthritis is like a degenerative process, which can affect any joint in the body. And when there is something like this that happens, what happens within the joint is that the joint kind of tries to adapt to certain positions which are not normal. Okay, it tries and moves away from the neutral positions, the result of which leads to some muscular imbalances. And then in the long term, it starts affecting our posture. That's where I step in. Now, what I want to try and encourage you all to do is entirely reverse the process, wherein we start with taking care of our posture, which in turn ensures that your muscles always maintain the right muscular balance, which will ensure that your joints are healthy. Now, also, you all need to be mindful about the fact that our muscles throughout the day are fighting against a lot of forces in the background. For example, the gravitational force. Yes, that's something which always keeps on pulling our body down, right? It's always going to like drop you down. What do your muscles do? They are in fact always working to hold yourself up nice, stable, and erect against this force of gravity. And a right postural rehabilitation is what will ensure that all your body muscles are working against this force of gravity to keep you nice, tall, and straight. That's what Pilates offers you. It offers you a nice and long, lengthened spine, a beautiful posture, which will definitely ensure that all your joints are healthy. And that's going to help you fight off all the arthritic pains or any other pains, right? Last thing that I want to add is that along with the pains, it's also said that our joints and muscles are like storehouse of feelings and emotions in the body. So for the next couple of minutes that we're going to spend together, what I want you all to do is I want you all to try and just let go of the stress, de-stress the joints. Just make sure that you are coming together, bringing everything in together to stabilize your spine so that we can start this process of internal rejuvenation. So I hope everybody is ready, right? I invite each and every participant to join me for this experiential process, because if you do it along with me, you'll get the idea of how beautiful it is when our spine is nice and tall and straight, right? So I just invite everyone to rise up from their positions wherever they are. And if today you don't feel like getting up from the chair, it's okay. You can remain seated as well, and you can join us from wherever you are, right? And for those who can and would like to, please, let's just rise up. And I'm now going to share a small music piece with everybody. Just give me a thumbs up if you can hear what I'm playing. Back, like that. All right, and as we rise up, let's just walk back. If you have a mat under you, that's great. If not, just make sure that you've planted your feet nice and firm on the floor under you. That your entire foot, the border of your foot, is in a good contact with the mat and the floor under you. Once you do that, gently allow that to travel up towards your knees and soften your knees. As you hold the soft knees, just bring attention around your abdomen and your stomach. Gently suck in your belly button. When I say a gentle tuck in, that means a slight pull, which kind of activates all the muscles around your abdominal belt. Traveling up towards your shoulders, gently roll your shoulders up and drop them down with your palms just facing towards your thighs, your chin parallel to the floor. And very gently now, just inhale, raising both your hands up as you keep connecting your chest with your belly button. And as you exhale, just bring your hands back down. And one more time, just inhale, taking your arms all the way up over the head. And as you exhale, bring the hands down. This time as you inhale, take them up from the side, stretching all the way up. And as you exhale, bring them down again together. Soft knees, belly button tucked in. Inhale, go up again. And as you exhale, bring the hands back down. And let's come back to that straight spine. I want all of you all to now think that there is a thread on the top of your head. And somebody is trying to actually pull you from that thread, right? So that's how your spine is going to lengthen. That's how your spine is going to elongate. And that's how you're going to feel the change in the length of your spine, right? And from there, let's go back to our standing position. Take any one hand up with that long and tall spine. Inhale and just bend to one side, feeling a good stretch on your laterals. And as you exhale, just bring that hand back down. Taking a nice deep breath, inhale again, bending to the other side. Laterally, feeling a good stretch to your laterals. And as you exhale, come back in. Let's do this one more time, both the sides. Inhale, bend. Allow this hand to just hang down. And as you exhale, come back. And one more time, inhale, bend. And as you exhale, come back. We're going to add a little forward bend and rotation to this lateral bend. Bending to one side. Just try and reach down, allowing your hips to bend. Soft knees, reaching your head down, hanging heavy. And inhale, let's come up from the other side. Do that nice and tall spine one more time. Let's change the side. Inhale, bend, and as you exhale, just drop, move, slowly rotate, coming up from the other side. Let's try this with a little wider stance one more time. Spread out your legs, knees soft, abs tucked in again, nice and tall spine. Inhale, bend to the side. As you exhale, just reach down. And slowly coming back up from the other side. And inhale, reaching down. As you exhale, come back up. And just stretch and reach your arms out to the side, moving into rotations, which will work on your obliques as well as your spine. The stern twist, inhale, look back. As you exhale, come back to the center. You can twist on the tip of your toes. Inhale, turn, look back. Exhale, come back to the center. Inhale one more time, just look back. As you exhale, come back to the center. One last time, let's inhale and turn back. And as you exhale, let's come back to the center. And once we are here, turn your toes out. Keep your knees soft. Reach your arms all the way up towards the ceiling. Now, I'd like to mention it here that if you're having knee pains, you might feel a little challenge with this exercise. So be mindful of the range that you're following. Just try and push your limits a little, but maintain a pain-free range here. All right, this exercise is very good for strengthening all the muscles of your leg. You're just going to bring the arms down to the side again. Move into a small plie and come back up. Now, while you're doing this, you need to ensure that you're maintaining a neutral back, because that's what our focus here is. Building a nice and stable spine. To hold that neutral back, you're pushing back from your hips. Focusing on your glutes, on your thighs, on your quadriceps. As you breathe out, come up. Inhale to sit. Exhale, come up. You can add the arms here. Inhale to sit. As you exhale, reach your arms up. Inhale to sit. Exhale, reach your arms up. Let's just do this 4 more times. Inhale to sit. Exhale, reach up. Inhale to sit. Exhale, reach up. Inhale and sit. Exhale and reach up. In the last count, you're going to just try and stabilize the body there, giving small pulses in 8, 7, 6. You can reach your arms forward. 4, 3, 2, and gently lift back up. Wow, that's an amazing exercise. It works all the way from your quadriceps to your glutes and of course your spine, because that's what our main agenda here is. Holding a nice and neutral long spine. Let's go back again into a little wide squat position, and we are going to gently move from one side to the other side. Very small movement. Just bending from one knee to the other knee while you're still trying to hold a nice and stable spine. Tall. Remember the thread that's pulling you up, holding your spine nice and tall. And if you feel good today, you can just bend in a little more each time you're moving from one side to the other side. Wonderful. If you're sitting on the chair, you can still do this with us. Just stretch one leg out and bend that knee, bring that in. And if you're feeling good in standing today, try and go deeper and pulse. Deeper and change, deeper and change, deeper. I'm going to show you how it exactly looks from the side. Same way like we did in the sumo squat. You're going to push your hips back and sit. Maintaining a neutral back. If you can see, my head to my low back is absolutely neutral, and I'm just moving from my hips and knees. Isn't that wonderful? Again, a very good exercise to strengthen your leg muscles, your glutes, your quadriceps, your calves, and your core. And just 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Perfect. Let's come back up and bring the legs together and gently come back. That straight spine while you're still allowing a little movement in the leg. That's just to like wean off the little stress and tension that the muscles develop as we exercise, and again, reach your arms up. And while you're doing this, make sure you're connecting your chest with your abdomen, belly button tucked in. Small steps, perfect. And with a good balance, bring the arms to the side, hold the hands on the waist, balance the body again on both the legs, firm feet firmly placed on the mat, and very gently just raise one leg up from the hip and drop it down. You can touch the toe up and drop it down. Again, while you're doing this, nice and tall from the spine, inhale and bring it down. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's change the leg. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's try the same thing to the side. 4. Very good exercise to work on your core stability and your balance together. And let's change. And 4, 3, 2, nice and tall from the spine. And let's do the same, kicking back from the hip. 2, 3, and 4. Changing the leg. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back again to the center. If you feel that your balance is challenged, feel free to take support of a wall or a piece of furniture around you while you're performing any of these exercises. As I mentioned, try and push your limits, but stay within a pain-free range. You should know what your body is and how your body behaves. That's all about self-awareness that we are talking about here. So let's bring the attention back to our spine, nice and tall. And now I'm just going to stand sideways, demonstrating you a spinal roll, right? So that's what we are going to move next towards. Before we do the spinal roll, I want you all to again tuck your belly in. Bring attention to the tucking of belly in, right? So that we hold a nice and tall spine, and then squeeze in your buttock. After you squeeze in your buttock, I invite you all to just drop the chin down. Just drop your shoulders down, tuck in your belly, and start folding your body down. Trying to just reach your fingertips towards your toes. As if your spine is like a roll of paper and you're actually rolling that paper for it to just reach down. And very slowly, let's roll back. Slowly come back up into a standing position. And as we inhale, take the arms all the way up over your head. And as we exhale, bring the hands back down, dropping the chin back to the chest. Drop your shoulders, pull your belly in, and just gently roll down each vertebra at a time. This is going to allow your vertebrae a breathing space throughout the day. You're always standing up straight, acting against the force of gravity. So just allow your head and hands to drop. Allow gravity to pull your head down so that you can feel a good stretch on the back of your thigh and your back. You can hold your knees soft here and just breathe here. You're going to stay here for a couple of more breaths. And 3, 2, 1. Slowly taking a deep breath in. Just going to inhale. Lift yourself up. Nice and tall. Taking your arms all the way up. Reaching up towards the ceiling. That was wonderful. Great. So we've done a couple of movements which kind of focus on the legs in standing, and they have throughout we've been using the nice and stable spine. We're going to try and just go down on the mat for the next couple of movements. Is we're going to just bring our attention to our arms first. So starting with the roll down, gently drop your chin, reaching your hands down towards your toes. And now slowly just Walk your hands forward, dropping your knees down into the box position or your paws. Now, once you're here, try and ensure that your wrist and shoulder is in the same line, your knee and hip is in the same line, and you're holding on to this position nice and stable. Let's start with the famous cat and cow exercise here, which will help gently relax and release the spine and all the tension. The spine has been standing up tall. Let's just inhale and exhale, roll in. Inhale as you look up, arching the back nicely. And as you exhale, roll in. Inhale one more time, arching the back and look up. As you exhale, gently roll in, breathe out. And now find the neutral point in between the arch and the hunch, a neutral back position. This is the neutral back position that we're going to try and balance in the next exercise when you're just going to try and kick one leg back, stabilizing the spine. Now, usually what happens is the moment you try and lift one hip up, the body is going to try and tilt on one side. You got to avoid that and try and engage your oblique, straighten up from the hips so that you distribute equal pressure between both your hands and your knees. Stretching one leg back, bringing that in. Let's change the leg. Other leg goes back, bring it back in. Other leg goes back and in, and take it back and in. Perfect. Make sure you're holding that neutral back. And now as you stretch the leg back, if you feel good and strong today, you can try and raise the opposite leg up, lengthening and stretching the spine and the body in the opposite directions, holding yourself nice and stable, and gently bring that hand and knee in. And then just kick the other leg back and stretch the hand, lengthening the spine, holding it there, and bringing it back in. And from there, you're going to gently try it one more time on the opposite side, taking the hand and the leg up together, coming back in. With this exercise, we're focusing on the leg, on the core, on the strength of your arms. Every part of your body is working together, and the spine is still relaxed. You're trying to hold a neutral spine, but the spine is not under tension. And if you feel a little pressure on the arms, from here, gently push yourself back into the child's pose so that your arms can relax and your shoulders too. And from the child, just gently push yourself up to a cobra. In Pilates, we call it the full swan. And from there, push back into the child's one more time. And inhale, come back into the full swan. As you exhale, tuck your toes in and let's push yourself up into the nice mountain. Now, when you're up here in the mountain pose, try and ensure that it's your back that stretches first. If your back is a little curved, feel free to bend your knees and focus on stretching your back first. And then gently push one heel down at a time to feel a good stretch on the hamstrings and the back of your leg. See if you can maintain a nice V into that mountain pose. And gently drop your knees down. You're just going to relax. Drop down towards the mat. You're going to gently turn around to lie down on our back. And as we do that, make sure your transitions are smooth, slow, not hurried, because our transitions are something that we need to be careful about. Your spine is highly responsible to take care of all the transitions that you make, from standing to your fours to your lying down position. Just bring in your hands, keeping them next to your hips and glutes. And we're going to do the bridge pose here, which is an excellent exercise to work on the glutes using your palms as a support. Inhale. Just focus on contracting your gluteus muscle here and lift up. And as you exhale, gently release, drop the glutes down. Inhale one more time. And as you exhale, gently drop the hips down. One more time as you inhale, just lift the hips up. And as you exhale, just release. Bring the hips down. A wonderful exercise to work on your glutes. For all those with the back pains and sacroiliac pains, this is a beautiful exercise to strengthen all the muscles around the glutes. From here, we're going to move into the pelvic tilts, one of the most basic exercises of Pilates. So if you remember the cat and cow that we did, it is exactly the same. It's just that here you're lying down on the back. So you create a hollow in your back where your arm, your hand can just slip in as you inhale, and then you just curl in, flattening the back and exhale. Inhale, curl in and exhale. Inhale, curl in and exhale. Inhale and curl in, exhale. And now when you exhale, as you've curled in, try and pull that belly button inside, keeping your back flat. And you're just gonna try and raise one leg up, bring it down. Raise the other leg up, bring it down. Raise one leg up, and it comes down. And see if you feel good today. You can just start alternating this movement, leading to what is known as the toe taps in Pilates, ensuring that your belly button is still tucked in and you're maintaining a nice and flat back, and you're breathing in and out. A nice breath in and out. And whenever you feel you're ready, you can just fold both the legs up together into a tabletop position. See if you can inhale while you still maintain the flat back. Try and drop the hips. And as you exhale, pull them up again. Inhale, gently drop those hips. Exhale, pull them up again. Inhale, gently drop those hips. And exhale, pull them up again. Let's do it one last time. Inhale to drop. And as you exhale, pull them up and gently drop those legs down. A wonderful exercise to strengthen your abdominal and the core muscles, and at the same time maintain the integrity of your entire spine. From here, you're just going to bring your hands to the side, moving into a gentle rotation, turning the hips to both the sides so that we can stretch the obliques, stretch the core muscles, relax the muscles that we focused on in the past couple of minutes. Just hug one knee close to the chest as you keep pressing the opposite leg down. Feeling a good stretch on the glutes here, on the hip and thigh of the opposite leg. And now just twist this hip with the help of the other hand, and you can just look around on the opposite side. Inhale and exhale, return to the center, sending the leg out, pulling the other leg, inhale in, gently turning and twisting the hip to the opposite side. Turn your neck to the other side while you're doing this. That helps you stretch the entire oblique as well as your rib cage. And coming back to the center, just going to release the legs, and we're going to flip over to lie down on our stomach, starting with the baby swan or the baby cobra, as is famous in yoga. But what we're going to try and do here is we're going to try and hold the neck tall and spine, right? So remember the thread. Yeah, now somebody's pulling you up here, keeping your elbows in contact, with the mat. You're going to inhale, come up, lengthen that neck, squeeze the buttocks as you come up here, and exhale, release. Inhale, come up, and exhale, release. Let's do this one more time. Inhale, come up, and exhale, release. And one last time, inhale, come up, squeeze your buttocks, see if you can float your arms up, holding up into a little Superman, squeezing the buttocks, see if you can lift up your legs. Stay there for 5, 4, 3, 2, gently dropping the hips and the hands, relaxing, breathing out. Bringing the hands closer to the chest, taking a nice deep breath, inhale out, again into the full swan. Focusing on squeezing the buttocks here, looking up, stretching the entire chest, your abdomen. And as you exhale, pushing back into the child's pose. And as you inhale, just gently lifting up, turning around. Let's come and attain a sitting position. If you don't feel comfortable sitting down on the mat, you can continue to sit on the chair and join us in this little breathing for the last 2 minutes before we close the session, where I invite you all to bring the attention back to your spine, right? That's where we started with, and that's what we're focusing on. So let's bring our attention back to the spine. If you're comfortable, you can gently close your eyes. And as you bring the attention back to your spine, just bring back that thread and imagine that somebody is pulling you up, the head up nice and tall. And expand with each breath that you take in. Focus on expanding the lower lungs here. And as you exhale, just push all the air out and away from the body. Inhale one more time, breathing in all the fresh oxygen around you. And as you exhale, you're just sending away all the stress, all the pain from the joints, out and away from the body. And one more time, just inhale. Breathe in the fresh air. And as you exhale, just let go of all the tension from all the joints and the muscles in your body. Stay there with that straight spine. Feel the length in your spine. And with the next deep breath in, I just invite you all to stretch your arms to your side, taking them up and over your head, elongating and lengthening that spine, inviting all the fresh energy around you, taking that in within yourself, bringing the hands in front of your chest, thanking yourself for dedicating these couple of minutes to take care of your body, to bring that awareness in your spine, the stability, the flexibility, the right posture that we're looking for, which is going to help us relieve of all the pains and all the tension. And with the thought of trying to incorporate a couple of these activities as per how your body feels each day, rub your palms, creating some good warmth and energy. Take in that energy, covering your face under the warmth, opening your eyes with a nice and gentle smile, thanking each and everyone for being there today and for the wonderful week that we've had here. Thank you, everyone.
Hi, my name is Devyani, and I have dealt with autoimmune disorders for over a decade now. The Wellness Guide to Arthritis by Dr. Humaira Badshah is not a book on just arthritis, but on a multitude of other autoimmune disorders. And what is really fantastic about this book is that she also details out recipes and a holistic way of actually dealing with these autoimmune disorders. This was a book I wish I had had when I was unwell, because it would have helped treat me faster and better, because information otherwise is only available in silos, and it all comes together in this book. So if you or your family member has an autoimmune disorder, I would highly recommend that you get your hands on this book. It will just make your life a lot simpler in providing you knowledge and ways to fix it and deal with it. Thank you.
Hello, this is Dr. Humaira Badsha, consultant rheumatologist, board member, and founder of the Middle East Arthritis Foundation. It gives me great pleasure to invite you to World Arthritis Week from the 10th to 15th of October. It's a completely online event. Come and learn from expert rheumatologists, physiotherapists, yoga specialists, and nutritionists about your arthritis.
Hi, I'm Sanria. On behalf of the Middle East Arthritis Foundation, I would like to invite you to register to the World Arthritis Week, which happens from the 10th of October. A lot of doctor-patient discussions, professional speaking on mental and emotional well-being, yoga and Pilates and dance happening. So please go all out, register yourselves, friends and caregivers, and enjoy yourselves.
مرحبا، أنا عبير. أنا كثير متحمسة وأنا عم بستنى الإصدار الجديد من أسبوع مرض التهاب المفاصل العالمي اللي حيكون أونلاين وحيبدأ ب 10 أكتوبر. جلسات ممتعة ومعلومات قيمة ومفيدة بانتظاركم، لهيك لا تنسوا تسجلوا حالكم وتسجلوا عائلاتكم وأصحابكم. بنشوفكم بجلسات الأونلاين، ديروا بالكم على حالكم.
Thank you so much, Mudrika. It was a real inspiring and a very flowy session. I'm sure a lot of our watchers would be interested in learning more on Pilates for arthritis. This is the finale, and on behalf of Middle East Arthritis Foundation, I would like to thank all the doctor panelists, the patient panelists, the instructors, those who worked behind the scenes, on the scene to make this World Arthritis Week a real super success. Inshallah, see all of you next week, next year rather, in person. And till then, you will stay safe, be happy, and goodbye.